Hey everyone, this is Recharging with TGN.TV, and today I'm here to bring you a 4.0.6 prot Paladin PvE guide. And we'll be talking about some single target rotations, some AoE target rotations, gemming, glyphs, talents, specs, and all that good stuff. So first of all, we'll get started with my talent tree. Let's show you my talent tree right now. I'm sure many of you are already questioning why I'm not spec'd into Eternal Glory and Guarded by the Light. And that reason is, I guess I know Word of Glory is a very good spell to heal you with when you have 3 holy power points, but Shield the Righteous, this spell is just amazing. And when Sacred Duty procs, it's even better, but I'll talk about that later. But also, Shield the Righteous is your biggest aggro builder. And why would you want to lose aggro on a target instead of gaining it? And also, this doesn't mean that you're not supposed to use Word of Glory in a fight. While you're in a fight with let's say you're in a fight with a boss, you can use Word of Glory, but I wouldn't start using Word of Glory at the beginning of the fight because you'll be losing lots of aggro, and I'm pretty sure you don't want to lose aggro on a boss and make it target somebody else in your raid. Okay, and for my talent tree, I'm not going to go into every detail of every single talent, but I'm going to go through most of the talents that you should have. And your talent tree should look pretty much similar to mine. So, what I recommend is putting 1 point into Hallowed Ground. The reason is because Consecration takes a big chunk of your mana, and if you can decrease the cost of it by 40%, that is really good. And also, I recommend putting 1 point in Hammer of the Righteous because this isn't what it used to be. And before it only hit, I think it was 4 targets, and now it hits as many targets or in a 42 that are in an 8-yard radius. Sorry about that. Also, I recommend putting 3 points into Sanctuary, because it reduces the chance of being critical strike by a melee attack, and I'm sure you don't want to get hit by a crit, and it'll make it really hard on your healers. And also, it reduces all damage taken by 10% in addition when you block or dodge a melee attack, you gain 3% of your maximum mana. And also, you have to put 1 point into Shield of the Righteous. So as I said, this spell is really good when you have 3 holy power points and when it procs Sacred Duty. Or when Sacred Duty procs. Also, you have to put 1 point into Divine Guardian, because Divine Guardian is pretty much a cooldown for your whole raid. It reduces the damage that they take for 20% of the damage that they take for 6 seconds, except for you. So it's really good on your raid. I also recommend putting 2 points into Sacred Duty, because Sacred Duty, I'll just tell you what it does. Your judgment has a 50% chance of making your next Shield of the Righteous a critical strike. Last 15 seconds. So, when Sacred Duty procs, your Shield of the Righteous will be a critical strike. I'll just demonstrate that for you right now. So, I'm going to just go ahead and get 3 holy power points. Okay, as you can see, Sacred Duty's proc is my power aura. 17.8k. Now I'm just gonna show you Hammer of the Righteous. Shield of the Righteous, not proc. $8k. So I'm pretty sure you'd wanna spec into Sacred Duty, but if you don't think so, I really disagree. But okay. Also, I recommend putting a point into Ardent Defender, because it's pretty much a cooldown. It reduces the damage taken for 20%. Reduces the damage taken by 20% for 10 seconds. While Ardent Defender is active, the next attack that would otherwise kill you will instead cause you to be healed for 15% of your maximum health. That spell is really good. So now, I'll go ahead and show you my glyphs. The glyphs that I have right currently, for my prime glyphs, I have Glyph of Hammer of the Righteous, Glyph of Shield of the Righteous, and Glyph of Seal of Truth. Glyph of Hammer of the Righteous, it increases the damage of both physical and holy components of Hammer of the Righteous by 10%. And as I said before, Hammer of the Righteous isn't what it used to be, and now it's a lot better. Also, Glyph of Shield of the Righteous. As I demonstrated before, Shield of the Righteous is a really powerful spell when it's proc Sacred Duty. And that's just pretty much on a dummy target. If I get Inquisition and a bunch of other spells with it, it'll be a lot harder. It'll be hit a lot higher. Also, I'd get a glyph of. I also have glyph of shield of seal of truth because I don't really have lots of expertise, and for those of you who don't know, expertise is it reduces the damage. It reduces chance to be dodged or parried by it reduces chance to be dodged or parried by how much expertise you have. So right now I have 133. So it reduces the chance by 3.5%. Also, for my major glyphs, I have glyph of divine protection, glyph of holy wrath, and glyph of days and shield. The reason why I have glyph of divine protection is because it it removes the physical damage reduction of your divine shield, but increases the magical damage reduction by 20%. That is really good for. I'll give you an example of Nefarian when he crackles or Shadow Flame Breath. That's really good. Also, I have Glyph of Holy Wrath because it also stuns elementals and dragonkin instead of undead and demons. And also, Glyph of Dazing Shield. Instead of your Avenger Shield just hitting 3 targets, it also dazes the targets that it hits. So pretty much slow down their movement. Also, for my minor glyphs, I have Glyph of Blessing of Kings and Glyph of Truth. What these glyphs do, they just reduce the mana cost of your spells. So now, I'll go ahead and show you my gear. For my gear, I have gemmed my stuff to have parry, mastery, dodge, and stamina. Those are the four, well, those are pretty much the 4 things that a paladin needs. But mastery is the most important one. So I'll just go ahead and show you my gear. So for my Dragon Bone Warhelm, I have 81 stamina, and 20 parry, 20 mastery. And you're pretty much going to want to try and even out your parry and dodge. Mine isn't that close, but I have to get them up a bit. So I have parried, mastery, and stamina. For my neck, I don't have anything because you can't gem it. I have 40 mastery for my shoulders. Oh, and also for your enchant, you're also going to want to, for this enchant, you will get this at Vashir. I'm pretty sure, I pronounced it wrong there, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you need to be exalted. Also, you're going to want to try and reforge your gear with parry or expertise to get dodge, because most of your gear that you'll get will pretty much give you parry, and too much parry over dodge isn't that great. Also, for my back, I have 250 armor. For my chest, I have 60 stamina, 20 parry, and 20 mastery, and the enchant is 55 stamina. Also, I don't have anything reforged. For my bracers, or wrists, sorry, my bad. For my wrists, I have bracers of the impossible strength. I have 50 dodge rating increases, and I reforged my parry to give me dodge. Also, for my reinforced Seraphim handguards, I have a 50 mastery enchant and 20 dodge, 20 stamina gem. For my belt, I have 60 stamina, 20 mastery, and 30 stamina. Also for my legs, I have 85 stamina and 45 agility enchant. There's pretty much no other enchant that will give you. There's no other enchant that will pretty much give you stamina as well as this one, except for the one that has 145 stamina and I think it's 85 agility, but I haven't bought that yet. Also for my boots, I have 50 mastery rating and 40 for the enchant and 40 mastery for the gem. That is very good. As I said, paladins need dodge, parry, mastery, and stamina. For my rings, I have Ring of the Battle Anthem, so it pretty much gives me dodge and mastery. And for my Permafrost Signet of Rock Slab, I got lucky and I got dodge for the random enchant and mastery, so that's very good. Also, for my trinkets, I have Vial of Soul Memories and Symbolic Worm. These 2 are very good. And also, another trinket that's very good is one from Tol Barad, the Mirror of Broken Images. It gives you 321 mastery, and it also increases your arcane, fire, and frost, and nature, and shadow resistance by 400 for 10 seconds. Until a minute cooldown. That's very good. So from Rapid, I have Soul Blade. I pretty much reforged some of my hit to dodge, and also my Elementium Earth Guard. I got the enchant of 40 block rating, and I reforged my hit to dodge. And for my relic, I have pretty much put a 60 stamina gem. And also, I'm sure many of you are thinking paladins need to have a hit cap, but no. I'll show you for my talents. You have Touched by the Light. Increases your total stamina by 15%, increases your spell hit by 8%, and increases your spell power by an equal amount to 60% of your strength. So pretty much don't need to be hit cap. So, now I'll go ahead and show you a rotation. So, for my rotation when I open up on the target, you pretty much want to get the most threat on your target. So I have a macro to get Avenging Wrath and Avenger Shield. Avenging, so if you don't know what Avenging Wrath does, it increases all damage and healing caused by 20% for 20 seconds. So I have that macroed to cast Avenging Wrath and Avenger Shield. So I'll go ahead and show you my rotation. So do the macro. So Avenger Shield, Crusader Strike, Judgment, Crusader Strike, Holy Wrath, Crusader Strike, Consecration, Crusader Strike, Shield of the Righteous. Keep going. Crusader Strike, Avenger Shield, Crusader Strike, Judgment, Crusader Strike, Shield of the Righteous. Then Crusader Strike, and you just keep going like that. Also, for an AoE target, I'll go ahead and show you my rotation for that. So pretty much, well, for your single target rotation, you're pretty much going to want to do a Crusader Strike between every single one of your attacks. So for your AoE target rotation, here's what it's going to be like. I'm punching with the exact same rotation, but instead of Crusader Strike, it's a Hammer of the Righteous. So Avenger Shield, Hammer of the Righteous, Judgment, Hammer of the Righteous, Holy Wrath, Hammer of the Righteous, Shield of the Righteous, Hammer of the Righteous, Judgment, Hammer of the Righteous, Avenger Shield, Hammer of the Righteous, then Consecration. And also, the way you can get Holy Power points, if many of you don't know, is Crusader Strike and Hammer of the Righteous. But I'm gonna tell you something about 4.1. When 4.1 comes out, your Sacred Duty is only gonna last 10 seconds, but your Avenger Shield and your Judgment can proc Sacred Duty. And also, Word of Glory is now a 20-second cooldown. That, I really don't agree with that, but Word of Glory is very OP, so I guess Blizzard has to do what they have to do. So, this is Recharging with TGN.TV, and I'm out of here.